quite defines a season like seizing an opportunity. The opportunity that comes when the #1 team in the country comes into your house and you have an opportunity to stake your claim to one of those coveted playoff positions. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see, the defending national champions, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on the 14th ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Gamecocks offense comes onto the field first today. Blowouts in rivalry games can be the result of a number of factors. Sometimes teams start pressing, sometimes it just gets away, sometimes they didn't have the right mindset. The last time they got together, lopsided. What happens this time, David?
But either way, last time affects this time because all you've heard about is we weren't even competitive. This is a rivalry game, a big-time game. We didn't show up. We dishonored our previous teams and squads, and we've got to do better. That's all they've heard coming into this game, Bowman.
Yeah, David, I think that was the story the last time these teams played. One team handled the emotion of the game better than the other team. You've got to be able to play within yourself and play one snap at a time. That last game got away from the losing team. I don't expect that to happen today.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Looking to the big tight end. A strike downfield. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. They'll run the screen. Makes him talk to the hand. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
Gotta love this play call early in the football game. Like the quarterback, get in a rhythm, run a screen play, get it to a playmaker, create some space, move the sticks, get a first down. Nice start for this offense.
Looking to throw on first down. The throw. Quickly out to the tight end. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Back to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Bennett. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Here comes the heat. Takes the easy completion. Turk got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, South Carolina. All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
I think a lot of people probably expected to see that, right? They're playing on the road, and you know this is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better players, and we've seen that before. There was no hesitation. Opening drive, they go right down the field, they score a touchdown, and they made a statement.
Set sail out of the end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Georgia Bulldogs offense will go to work for the first time today. To the air on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Taylor. Found a little bit of room there to get it up to the 30 before going out of bounds. Now on first down from the 30. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Leaves it with the running back. Couldn't find a lane, a pickup of 1 to the 31. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And to throw it before he wanted. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. Georgia sends out the punt team. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Gets the first one of the day off, and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. There he goes. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
What a start for this offense throwing the ball. I love how they've come out in this game, and they've been aggressive. They've already scored a touchdown, and here they are taking another shot and getting a big play. If you're on defense, you have got to find a way to slow this quarterback down.
Noses ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high load, chop block on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. So now it's 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, giving up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of no...
Sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Got it set up on the outside. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. A 3rd down try for the offense. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. It's caught. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. So 1st down here as they go back to work. Wants to throw on 1st down. Rush is on him. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. The Dogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to fire. That's caught. It's Taylor. And he's knocked down.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy
lofts one high and deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Georgia lining up to punt it away. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. A bit frustrating to miss that short field goal the last time they had it, but this time around, see if they can redeem themselves. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Taking it the other way. Inside. Touchdown, Georgia. The defense putting points on the board.
Really nice drive by this offense. This is a top 10 defense. This is a challenge. They're going to make everything difficult. So when you can make some plays against this defense, you got to absolutely take advantage, create some momentum for your squad. Nice drive by this offense.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You've got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Second down, they'll go to the air. He's going up top. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Flushed out of the pocket. Makes the catch. It's Bennett. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Gets open down the middle. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Gamecocks come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
They'll try to quiet this crowd by moving the sticks on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, Dave. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking downfield on 1st down. Finds the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Spins away from the defense. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. And the Bulldogs come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. He'll keep it on the sneak.
You know, when you're QB sneaking as a quarterback, you got to make a decision. You're going right or you're going left, and that's all predetermined based on how the defensive line lines up. That's decision there by the quarterback.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. Let's take a little step back and have a look at Georgia. Really good win on the recruiting trail last week. Got a commitment from a 4-star linebacker.
He's going to help them out a lot because of his speed. He simply has things you can't coach from the linebacker position. So his ability to track the ball sideline to sideline, but also get downhill, he's going to make this defense a whole lot more difficult to move the football against.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. They punt it away on 4th down. He's got it. He only needs a sliver of daylight. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Finds his tight end. Almost had a lot more room there, but he'll go out of bounds at the 36. And the Gamecocks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle, it's Brown. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the quarterback who makes a sure tackle. 2nd down coming up. Gonna look downfield again. There's the pressure. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Oh, he dropped the football. He had it right in the middle of the field and just ran before he finished the catch. It'll be 4th down. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot.
And he loses the ball deep in his own end. Kicking team's got it.
Very rarely do you have a play on defense where you've got 30 yards head of steam built up to come make a collision. On kickoff and kickoff return, you do. And a lot of times you see big sticks and fumbles happen as a result.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back.
False start offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. From the gun. Fires to the wideout. He caught it. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Gamecocks line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll move the tight end. Trying to run it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Gamecocks! They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, it's a final now and one of the more intriguing games of the week, that notable ACC clash. Cal took its show on the road, and they'll be packing a big old W in their bags for the trip back to Berkeley. Never underestimate the importance of a road win and how it can impact a team's trajectory. Never know what can happen when two good teams face off, but even the most plugged-in ACC fans have to be surprised by this one, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. Back to pass. Makes the grab. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on second down. And here comes the offense on second down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And the defense is going to get 2 for the safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
Creates a little room.
The returner is brought down at the 36, and the South Carolina offense will take over. First and 10.
He wants to change this route. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Snagged in the middle. It's Figueroa. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock. Looking to throw on first down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Shoots it to the left. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. Absolutely center cut. And now the lead is even bigger. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And it's been a dynamite first half, leading to a one-sided score right now. It's not over, but I think both sides know this is on the verge of a blowout. That opposing defense is inside its locker room right now wondering two things. What just happened, and what do we do now to try to make this respectable? With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
And the Gamecocks will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll bring it out. It's White. He was looking for some running room and not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. And the Dogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll give it to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Might be changing the route. To the air on first down. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. The Gamecocks will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. The Bulldogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical. SD.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Another incompletion on third down. Georgia sends out the punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Working the middle, it's complete. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. New set of downs after the completion.
That's a first down for the offense.
Wants to throw on first down. Dumps it to the back. Got it in the middle, it's Lee. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the third quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. And this play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback. You're happy to oblige when you've got the playmakers you have offensively. Just keep chucking them.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. He wants to throw it again. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
And that's when the offense just needs to be able to hit, right? That's a completion they should be able to hit in their sleep. Receivers got to do a better job.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. And the holder will put it down on the left hash, a 34-yard attempt coming. Absolutely perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. And he's coming out of the end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be. And the quarterback is sacked. There are penalty flags down, but this might be doubly bad for the offense. I think the penalty might be on them. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. And now on second down for this offense. Looking to fire. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on.
Hold on.
They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. Georgia lining up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
Man, I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
Here comes the offense on second down. Wants to go up top. Under fire. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on third down. So here comes the field goal unit once again. They've already kicked 3 tonight. He needed a little late boost from the crossbar, but he gets it to go through. And that will extend their lead even further.
And how about the three-pointer from downtown? The long field goal attempt, they trust their kicker, and it took every inch. Just hits the crossbar and gets over and goes in.
We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. That first down was rather unproductive. Let's see what they've got on second down from the 16. Defense wants to bring the heat. Going to swing it on second down. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Got his man downfield. Flying down the left side. Running inside the 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll... Touchdown Bulldogs!
Man, the defense has got to be kicking themselves. They have the offense pinned back so deep in their own end. It's one thing to give up a completion, but you can't let the receiver go the entire distance and score a touchdown. Bad job on the back end by the D.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Buys a little extra time. He'll pull it down and run. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
And first down for the offense.
The give. Defense coming through and knocking him down for a loss, and that'll be the end of the third period. We've reached the break. It's South Carolina holding the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Back to pass. Under fire. Quickly to the tight end. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the plus 42. And the Gamecocks have this offense rolling. Looking downfield on first down. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. They're dealing with a second and long. Making side adjustments here. Second down, they'll go to the air. It's incomplete, and that also might be what is called a learning experience and one this freshman got away with. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Looking to throw again. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Touchdown, South Carolina! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. They are finishing the deal, building the lead here in the fourth, and they are going to go to 7-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Man, we'll have a shakeup in the MAC standings this week. Check this out. Kent State came through with a lunch pail hard hat performance, and the end result is an eye-opening road victory. And I guess it's not so much that the Golden Flashes won, it's more how they won. One game, I know, fellas, but this could be one to circle when we...
Breaks into the open. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. Looking to throw on first down. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. The Dogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to fire on second down. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
Lost one deep down the right side. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Oh, he drops it right down the middle of the field, and he couldn't make the play.
You know, sometimes wide receivers are so eager to get upfield once they have the ball. They take their eyes away. You really got to do a good job looking it in and securing the catch.
A shot toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. And they decide to trot out the kicker. Oh, the attempt is no good. Because no game is perfect, something has to go wrong, so the coach will have something to gripe about in film. First play of this drive comes from the 27. They'll run it from the gun. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Bulldogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. Setting up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. No sign of the punt team is... Will go for it and try to move those chains. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack.
He had nowhere to go with the football. Fourth down, you know he wants to make a play. I'd like for him to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares if I throw a pick? It's fourth down anyways, but couldn't find anybody to get the ball off. Defense surrounds him, gets him to the ground with the sack.
Flips it out to the back. He'll be run out of bounds at the 14.
Well, look, I know this guy is not the biggest running back in college football, but boy, is he dangerous, right? He's so shifty. He's hard to bring down. It's a good idea to get him going in the passing game. Put him out in space. Let's see what he can do.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really be physical.
And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best. Right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry, get some emotion, get some momentum on your side.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. He's going to throw deep right side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. This time he's got his man. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. He'll keep it on the sneak. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Defensive coordinator showing heat before the snap. Got it behind the line. It's Williams. Still running at the 40. He was off to the races, and maybe another step or two, and he would have scored, but they get him at the 21-yard line. A 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Looking to throw on first down. He'll take a shot. And incomplete on the deep ball. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Behind the chains now on second and long. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle. It's Williams. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. It'll be third and long. Wants to keep it in the air. Makes the catch. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. Good right down the boulevard. And the field goal was good. They get 3 on the board, but it really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. With this big cushion they're working with, Jesse, they're ready to send these fans toward the exits.
And you know the coaching staff has got to be so happy with how this offense has been able to come out here on the road, fight the crowd noise, and execute it.
He lobs one high down the left side. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Going the other way, and he's got room.
Obviously, this game hasn't gone the way they would have liked, but coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. How about that young man going out, getting an interception? Yeah, they're being blown out. They're probably not going to win this football game, but that is the type of play that as a coaching staff you can build on for next week's game.
Offense picking up steam. 1st and 10 from the 31. To the air on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. Going to try to get it himself. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. And the Dogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. Defense loves to show heat and try to confuse the quarterback. From the gun, the ground game. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. A little screen to the running back. Oh, he's got some space. Just across the 20 with a 1st down at the 19. Uga trying to make this red zone trip pay off. Wants to throw on 1st down. Working that wide receiver screen. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the 1st down. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play.
Timeout, South Carolina.
After this, it'll be a wrap. On 4th down, looking for the completion. And that pass is incomplete. They were going for the consolation touchdown, but to no avail, and that's going to do it for this one. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement, the adrenaline, the emotion, and they earned a big dub.